Hi Year 10, well done on the work you did on Act 1 last week. This week we'll be looking at Act 2, and so over the next few weeks we'll be revising Romeo and Juliet. The first thing I want you to do today is to pause this video and take 6 minutes to remember 5 quotes that show different attitudes to love in the play. Well done. There's obviously lots of quotes that you could have chosen because one of the main themes of Romeo and Juliet is love, but I just wanted to give you an example of a couple. So Romeo says, "Did my heart love till now, forswear its sight, for I never saw true beauty till this night." This quote is picking up on that idea of lust versus love. He thought he was in love with Rosaline before, but now realises actually it was just lust, and tonight this is true love. Another quote by Romeo is, "My bounty is as boundless as the sea, my love as deep. The more I give to thee, the more I have, for both are infinite." Take a moment to think about what that quote might mean. For me, that quote means that love is never going to run out. The more you give, the more you have to give. And so it's quite a beautiful idea that his love is as deep as the sea, is boundless. Next up, we have the quote from the prologue, "A pair of star-crossed lovers take their life." And in this quote, I think the chorus is sort of warning us that just because you love someone doesn't mean it's always going to work out. And so in this case, we know that these two lovers are actually going to commit suicide because they're from such different families. And finally, the other quote that I chose was from Mercutio, which is a very different attitude to love. He says, "If love be rough with you, be rough with love. Prick love for pricking and you beat love down." Classic Mercutio. He's really using quite physical language, probably quite sexual language, and it doesn't seem that he really believes that love can be a beautiful thing. Instead, he talks about it being rough. Okay, so just to quickly recap, the reason why we're doing Romeo and Juliet is because in Year 11 you will have an exam where you are asked to write an essay about Romeo and Juliet and Jekyll and Hyde. And as you know, we did Jekyll and Hyde at the start of this year. We obviously will revise it before your exam. And you covered Romeo and Juliet in Year 9, so we are revising it now. It's important content, but it is content you've done before, so you should do really well today. So what I'd like you to do now is to pause this video and get out your copy of Romeo and Juliet and read Act 2 while you listen to the link I've sent you of an audio recording. A lot happens in Act 2. Romeo has, in Act 1, seen Juliet and sort of has these feelings for her, and she said, "You kissed by the book." And he's gone to leave the ball, to leave the party, but he changes his mind and jumps over the wall and goes into the garden. And as you can see in these pictures, he's looking up at her on her balcony and they end up having a conversation. By the end of Act 2, even though they've only really known each other for just over a day, the two get married. So lots happens. I think you're going to enjoy it. And I'll see you once you've finished it. Great, so I want us to go back to that key scene, as you can see in the picture, where Romeo and Juliet are talking, very famous scene. She's on the balcony and he's in the garden. I just want you to get down some key quotes from this scene, which I've started for you, so please just get a few more. Finally, in terms of what I want you to submit today, I've put up on Show My Homework a quiz. It's got 10 questions and I'm sure you'll do very well. All right, best of luck and speak next week, Miss Lampro.